Chamberlain isn't your ordinary mailman. His daily route includes 2 horses, 11 mules, and a 16-mile trek out of and into the Grand Canyon.
We try to average day in and day out 150 to 160 pounds per animal.
His mail route is a lifeline to the village of Supai, nestled on the canyon floor. For more than 100 years, it has been part of the daily routine for a community that prefers a less hectic way of life.
This is our home, and we don't have all the modern conveniences like cars and all this other stuff, but I like the place, and it seems like everybody likes the place and they don't move out.
Charlie married a member of the Havasupai tribe 32 years ago. They have lived on the reservation ever since. Every day, Charlie joins other mule packers from the tribe as they ride up to the rim and collect nearly 4 tons of mail to bring back down.
This particular route, it works and it gets the job done. And it's reliable because we go in all types of weather, inclement weather, whether it's raining or snowing or blowing, and we get the job done.
The packers wake up before dawn to get the animals ready. They load outgoing mail at the Supai post office. It takes them 2.5 hours to reach the top of the canyon, 8 miles away. At a place called Hilltop, they rendezvous with a delivery truck filled with packages for the village. Those packages have quite a journey before they ever get to Hilltop. They come from the Peach Springs post office, about 70 miles away. Leroy Hurst and his staff also begin work at sunrise, organizing the mail.
All the goods that goes down to the Supai village goes through my office. Chaos.
It's more than magazines and letters. Because there is no easy way to access the village, the Havasupai rely on the post office for just about everything.
If you live down in the bottom, you have about 130 miles to go to any large supermarket. No such thing as a Circle K or a 7-Eleven or Jack in the Box.
Cartons of milk, boxes of potatoes, even ice cream gets weighed and stamped.
In Peach Springs, they have a walk-in freezer. I think it's the only freezer in any post office.
Give one to the store and one to the lodge.
The clerks in Peach Springs label the boxes with the intended destinations: the village store, the cafe, the school, the lodge.
To keep with the post office motto of going every place, every day, this is still our most economical way to get the mail down to the people in the bottom.
While the clerks ring up the postage, Hank Delaney loads everything onto a truck bound for Hilltop. It's a journey that can be just as difficult as the trek into the canyon.
The roughest thing is driving in the snow. I hate it.
The South Rim averages about 60 inches of snow a year. Sometimes the roads are impassable. Hank remembers one time when he tried to make the trip despite the dangerous weather.
I was driving along about 50, 55 miles an hour and on a level plain of road going down a slight grade of hill, and I had lost control and the truck just started going sideways, and I rolled the truck whenever we hit the bank 2.5 times, and I've been pretty scared of driving in the snow ever since.
When Hank pulls up to Hilltop, Charlie and the other packers help him unload. Then they spend about an hour strapping boxes from the truck onto their animals.
Find something that'll weigh 448 postage.
The trick is to keep the weight distributed evenly so the mule won't be thrown off balance. But when Charlie faces unusual packages, like a washing machine or a Christmas tree, he doesn't flinch.
As long as you can get it in a box or it's not, too heavy, we can get her down. We can pack her.
As the packers start the journey back to Supai, they descend more than 2,000 feet on a series of hairpin curves called switchbacks. They're dangerous anytime, but wintertime is worst.
Most of the winter, the switchbacks are in the shade, and so when it does snow, they're on the hilltop the snow stays. And then, oh, probably for a good 100 yards there, you got snow and ice, and you're slipping and sliding going down that narrow trail along the, you've got drop-offs 100 foot or even more in places, so. Come on, get up.
The animals know the trail, but their safety isn't guaranteed. Charlie has lost both a mule and a horse to the rocks below.
He just slipped and he went off the edge and he fell about 150 feet. And they just, when a horse falls, they don't live usually. It's really devastating.
After the slippery switchbacks, the animals still have 7 miles of rocky trail to cover. The inner canyon is almost desert, with little precipitation. When the southwestern monsoon hits in July and August, the combination of heavy rain and steep rocky ground makes flash flooding a real danger.
I've been in so many floods that I got to the point where I don't like floods no more.
This deep into the canyon, there aren't many places to go when a flash flood rolls through. In 1992, Charlie avoided disaster by herding the animals onto a narrow ledge and waiting.
15, 20 minutes later, here comes that flash flood, and it's roaring down through there. And when flash water runs as fast as it does here, it roars, and it makes a lot of noise, and it just kept getting higher and higher and higher, and you can hear them big boulders underneath there, boom, boom, under that water rolling.
During emergencies, helicopters fly to the village to pick up people or drop off supplies. But the tribe prefers the mule train for daily mail. It's less expensive, and it provides valuable jobs for a village where work can be scarce.
The mail train, they employ tribal members, and they help to bring in the revenue for their families.
It just gives everybody a job and puts people to work.
Some members of the tribe still look at Charlie as an outsider. But Charlie considers Supai home, and he hopes to pass on his knowledge to his assistant, Sun Eagle Ukwala.
I'm really impressed with him, and I'm real pleased with his work. He's got a lot to learn, but he's willing to learn. And that's hard to find somebody like that, especially at his age today. Genuine U.S. first-class mail.
In a world of internet, email, and pagers, it's hard to imagine a place like Supai. But for the people who live here, it's hard to imagine anything else.
We're put here by the Creator, the Great Spirit, to take care of the Grand Canyon like it has taken care of us. So in turn, we take care of the Grand Canyon by protecting the natural resources and the springs that come out of the earth.
So the century-old mail route continues, with no end in sight.
It is an essential service that we provide for this community. Anytime you love what you're doing, it's not work. The canyon's always changing with the different seasons and the light, and so yeah, I'm really blessed in that way. Really am.
Now, Charlie Chamberlain says a pack mule can carry up to 200 pounds of mail.
But the animals never usually carry that much weight on a regular basis because they get a little sore and break